Family, what it do? It's your girl Toot, and I am back with another video. Shout out to y'all, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for coming back in. Thank you so much for all of the support. This is a subscriber request. Women who date monsters. Why Shannon here is maybe blamed for Nazyiah. I already know she to blame, but we can get into it. Let's get into it. Let's see.
She's easy to hate. She's easy to hate. Slob, unfit, ugly. These are the things that I've heard about Shannon Harris. And because of that, I'm going to tell you why I believe that the defense is going to try to switch this on her. Whether or not you believe she's responsible in Nazyiah Harris going missing, that won't matter whether she did it or not when come court time, I believe. I believe, based off of what I'm seeing right now, that at some point this is going to switch around on her. I want to show you really quickly what I'm seeing and how they're already talking about this woman. This particular post goes into detail. It says her body's still not found. It's change.org. And they go into a lot of detail. They talk about the multiple times he has been involved in SAing. It places Annette, which is her mother, Annette Harris, and Shannon Harris.
Yeah, they definitely lied up under oath. Lied about clothes, definitely. Waited 24 hours, hell yeah. Lied to say she didn't have multiple phones. Hell yeah, they tried to say she ain't have no. She ain't supposed to have one phone, but she had multiples. Yeah, I agree with this assessment. Let's keep going.
In a picture together, and they're saying these are the things that happened. Lied under oath. Lied about her 2-3 weeks after she had gone missing. Lied saying she didn't have any multiple phones. We know
I'm ready to put all these hoes in a pile.
Multiple phones.
And stump the shit out of them.
Jarvis wasn't allowed in the house. He absolutely was allowed in the house. That's why they believe both of them are responsible. But this is still not why I believe they're going to flip it on Shannon. I'm going to show you. Lied about what clothes she was wearing once she was missing. And then waited for 24 hours to report her missing. Not to Detroit police, but to the school security. So almost like doing everything they can but dealing with the police. And so these are the things that this particular person believes that she should be charged for, or that they both could be possibly charged for. Child endangerment, obstruction of justice, failure to report, accessory, conspiracy, manslaughter, perjury, abuse of a C, because there are people saying that allegedly that Shannon was involved in the disappearance. Again, this is just alleged. Again, this is not why I believe that at some point.
And sat right there on the stand and tried to act like she wasn't pregnant. Y'all was acting like y'all was oblivious to the pregnancy, when in fact y'all knew. You dig what I'm saying? Because that would have been a very, very good thing to put on the missing posting flyer. You feel what I mean? It might have made people go a little faster. The fuck? You know, it's so much stuff that need to be charged with. And I hope to God that none of us, even after this conviction, we get off their neck. Because the next people that need to be crucified is them. I'm sorry. We can't just stop at Jarvis. Because here's the thing. Jarvis is a monster, right? But society already knew he was a monster. Okay? They already knew this nigga was a monster. These motherfuckers opened the door to a monster. You dig what I mean? So y'all got to be y'all are just as responsible. The fuck?
Despite all of this, this is why I believe, this is still not why I believe at this point they're going to do it. It's the comments. It's the way people are thinking about it. Listen how they talk about her. I'm not understanding why they haven't been charged. That's a pretty good comment. This entire case haunts me. What happened to law cutting off the S.A. Boyd's parts? They go real dangerous right there. Wait a minute. This ain't even no more. They ain't the main one. Let me show you the main one right here. This particular video right here is of Shannon Harris going live. Look at the comments. What's done in the dark will come to the light. I hate her, with double signs. You gotta be careful sometimes with YouTube based on what you say. So if you see me, just know. Look at the comments and you'll see. Slob. Let that man do that to her niece. Am I tripping, or she's watching one of Nazyiah videos? These are the comments. Ugh mug. Talking about her looks. Things that on the surface should not even be a situation. But this is why I believe that at some point they're going to switch this around on her. Y'all, it's not about whether or not she was involved It's about public perception.
Facts.
People who say it's not, they lie. First of all, my name is T Styles. I have spent over 20 years writing psychologically based characters, anti-hero. I go into character stories from when they were little up until they become full-blown monsters. One of my books, my most popular book, Silence of the Nine, the man literally told his family to breed amongst themselves.
Let me check her out, because I need me a good book. Okay,
the one over here
I fucks with that.
is basically about a little girl who was raised in this type of environment around PDF files, and then became up to be the most horrible mother. So I try to write stories so you can see that monsters are community made. They are not born. So again, right now it appears that Jarvis is the one who's on trial. But is he? Look, Shannon, you made Jarvis get rid of her. You helped. Look, he is in this photo. Yeah.
And you know what? She makes a very, very valid point. And let me explain what she's saying. The defense now, which you got to understand, you only need one jury to provide reasonable doubt, right? And if a lot of people think that she's responsible, and I know it's fucked up, but what this lady is saying is so on the money. Public perception is everything. Who's the public? The jury. So sometimes or whatever, if the defense start to paint a picture so just terrible about Shannon, it could pose reasonable doubt. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever, saying that Jarvis might have been the one to do it. So we got to be very careful with that. And I think that's why a lot of the police didn't want her to be touched when Mark and Roxy went over there, because you do not want any doubt to be casted. And it could be. Because I'm going to be honest with you, a lot of us is side-eyeing Shannon. It is up in the arms, like, did Jarvis do it or did Shannon do it? It is that right now. So when you think about us feeling this way, you got to understand a jury with a heart will feel the same fucking way. So I'm praying to God that these prosecutors got the defense or got some evidence that we just ain't seen yet. Because you don't want that type of doubt to be casted. And that's just all I can say about that type of shit, because you got to check it. You really got to be careful about that shit.
They're talking more about her. Granted,
Facts.
She's responsible. She has some responsibility. Number one, you should not have had him around. That goes for her and Annette.
He could get less time.
You shouldn't even have had children with him, although it is believed that she was very young. I believe around 19 when he came in.
And what makes this also very, very terrible, because as we know right now, Nazyiah's body has not been found. So even though they might have evidence to feel like she is deceased, it still will cast another doubt in a juror's mind. Well, what if she's still alive? That alone sometimes will make this motherfucker get off. You dig? And I'm going to be honest, by Shannon not talking the way that Shannon's acting, it makes me feel like she conspired. But see, here's the thing. You got to pay attention also to the charges that they given, or that they given Jarvis. Premeditated. You have to show without a shadow of a doubt that he planned the execution and the unalivement of Nazyiah. Do y'all have that proof? That's what my heart is. I'm praying to God that you have that. You dig what I'm saying? Because a lot of people don't understand, Shawty. You got to understand the law to really understand why monsters like Jarvis can get off. He can definitely get off. And that's the sad part, because no matter what nobody say, Shawty, like, Shannon is she looks guiltier than him when you looking at it. So this is some scary shit that's going on, y'all.
And found her. So she's responsible, but more responsible than him? That's the thing. I just saw a clip tonight of somebody asking Shannon why she said Nazyiah was out looking for, I can't even say that, honey. They're going to get my things. You can hear the lies and what Shannon is saying. Which friend Shannon, you lying? Like, she is a monster in this story to hear people tell it. In this particular case, I'm sure, or clip rather, some people who knew the family came and questioned her and her sister, and she got very, defensive, whether she was innocent or not. Having a bunch of people come into your house with the camera on, I can see why it would be all kinds of things. But the public perception is that it's her. So if I'm the defense, and I believe there's a possibility that he will get a high profile lawyer. All you do is shift it to her because people don't like her. Why? Number one, she was one of the, I don't like babies and the thing. She was one of the reasons why he was around. Two, she knew, it is reported that she was fully aware that he was on papers. And
No, but see, that's Annette, brother. And that's a bed. So her mama's still responsible. This video pisses me off that's in the background, y'all. It pisses me off. But I just wanted to say one more thing, too. That was the reason why George Zimmerman got off. See, sometimes prosecutors prosecute for the wrong shit. You know what I mean? They tried to go after premeditated. And you really couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they try to go after a charge that get niggas obliviated. It should have never been first degree with Trayvon. You know what I'm saying? Because we can never say what happened when there was no cameras around. We know, but we couldn't prove it. So being that they did that, he was able to get off because they couldn't say that he woke up that morning and set off to do it. So that changes it. That's why you have to give different, you got to do different charges, manslaughter and stuff like this, because you got to say something might have happened that led to this murder. See, sometimes I don't like how people charge folks because that get their ass off scot-free. You feel me? And it is crazy.
Still had him around.
Now you can't try him again.
3, she appears as a weak person. Why you want to be around him? Why you want a man that bad that you would have him around the kids? People consider that weak. A lot of people are right about that. And so, of course, she is looking back.
He did follow Trayvon when he was walking away. But see, here's the thing. You have to go with what you can prove. We knew that he followed him even when the police said, don't follow him no more. You know what I'm saying? But a tussle happened. They ensued. They pretty much, they met. First degree still shouldn't have been on a repertoire because he didn't get up that morning and say, I'm going to kill me a nigga today. We can't say that he did that. So that's why the charges came back and bit us in his ass. It should have really been a second degree. You know what I mean? Or whatever. He would at least had time. But they was trying to go after the big tuna that they didn't get justice at all. You see what I'm saying? And the law is fucked up like that. A lot of people ask, man, why, if the rapist, man, if he did this a couple of times, why the fuck he out? Because of the law. And how people prosecute shit. That's how.
Bad in the public eye. But this is one of the biggest things that people are not thinking. I want to go to this real quick. There's another reason why I am 100% sure that, I ain't 100%, I'll say a good hefty percent sure that they're going to try and shift it towards her. I'm going to keep it for a second. Look at this comment. Does anyone know if the big back auntie has, in Facebook, I have a few words I want to get off my chest. At this point, they're not even talking.
Yeah, they don't really care about Shannon. And I don't either. And what I'm not understanding is, all right, hear me out. You don't gotta like a lot of people, but it seems to me that you love your sister, your twin, Marquita. Let's start here, right? So if you don't love nobody like you love Jarvis and Marquita, here we go. Your sister's daughter, your niece, came to you and said, hey, this nigga touched me. When I see your other niece, Nazyiah, unalive by a man who you gotta know could be involved because he told you from the beginning. And now you have a sister that has a daughter who is also, in fact, saying these same things. It's those things that makes me feel like she was involved. Because at this point, for you to still be putting money on his books, still accepting calls from him, it makes me say, what the fuck do he have on you? To where you're still doing all of these things after everything that you know. You're not able to leave your house. You can't go to work because you saying they threaten you. You go out in the streets, they calling everybody in your family burger bitches. So it says to me, if I'm a woman, right? And two people that I supposed to love has come to me and said that this man that I'm involved with has hurt them. I'm not understanding what the fuck would keep you there. Because here's the thing. If this man will hurt your twin's daughter, he gives no fucks about you. So at this point, I wouldn't give a damn if he is all 5 of my kids' father. Why are you still doing things? And that question, I always come back to that. Because by now, you would have thought that she would not even want the aggravation of dealing with all of the stuff that she's dealing with. You feel me? So why are you still doing these things to keep him happy? That's the question. That's what makes Shannon seem guilty. I mean, we heard the video, the rumors. You know what I mean? That Jarvis walking around jail like shit, like King Tut. He got money. They saying he got a book full of commissary. So why are y'all doing that? And at this point, I kind of propose that question to all the bitches in Jarvis' life. Because y'all grown ass women know for a fact that he hurt a little girl. So why are y'all keeping shit on his books? I wish they can give us a listing of who put shit on his books. Because I guarantee you that list will probably surprise the fuck out of all of us. Saturn baby mama. No baby by this nigga at all baby mama. Looking dumb. Didn't even know she was a fiance baby mama. I mean, not baby mama, but you know what I'm talking about. I really want to see this shit. I really do. But y'all let me know. Y'all drop it down in the comments. Do y'all think that Shannon will be held accountable for things that went wrong? Because we know she lied. We know Annette lied. If they don't have any offenses, I feel like perjury should be one of them. I really want to know how y'all feel about that. Because what will make a woman keep doing that, y'all? Do you think it's one of these type of situations where Shannon could have snapped? And Jarvis is helping her play cleanup? I want to know. Let's talk about it. I really want to know this. What y'all think? Yeah, I seen it. We was going to get into that. That was going to be some more of my video tomorrow and shit. Because I'll be trying to wrap up at a certain time or whatever. But we going to get into the fan pages that they didn't create it for Jarvis. Go figure. We have kids. Listen to this. We have kids. Young adults. You know what I'm saying? That's making fan pages of this nigga. And this motherfucker follows him. So I am getting to the point to where it's almost kind of seeming like, bro, you might have been there that night. Because what the fuck is that about? Like, seriously, I really, really need to know. Yeah, y'all let me know in these comments, man. For real, because it's pissing me, y'all. Y'all stay tuned.